is News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
Welcome to Live at 4. We begin with breaking news today. The Sun Prairie Area School District is accusing former East High Principal Renee Coleman of inappropriate conduct.
This comes about a month after the district announced that she would no longer be fulfilling her role. Weeks later, a member of the school board resigned, saying how the district handled her departure was the last straw for him, after what he said was a history of how black staff members were treated. Later on Live at 4, Ellie La Liberté will break down the allegations against Coleman. 2 teenagers are facing charges for allegedly making terroristic threats against Stoughton High School last week. Police say a 14-year-old and 15-year-old posted threats on social media on November 13th that intentionally caused the public fear and panic. They were taken to the Dane County Juvenile Reception Center. Police say they received the tip through the State Justice Department's Speak Up, Speak Out anonymous tip line.
And we're also learning that the Lafayette County Sheriff's Office dealt with a similar incident today. The Sheriff's Office says there's no legitimate threat to any schools after receiving a tip about a social media post that referenced a potential school shooting made in a rural part of the county. The state DOJ notified the Sheriff's Office about the post at midnight due to the language used. The sheriff says deputies spoke with the juvenile who made the post and determined it displayed intent to actually carry out that threat. The Sheriff's Office says the post's creator will be referred to Lafayette County Juvenile Intake, and there could be repercussions within the school system.
This news comes just over a week after the Wisconsin DOJ's Office of School Safety released its 2023-24 annual report that showed its Speak Up, Speak Out tip line saw a more than 40% increase in tips received from the previous school year. The Office of School Safety received 5,270 tips during the 23-24 school year. 114 of those were related to concerns of a planned school attack. 135 were related to guns, weapons, or explosives. The previous year, the office received 84 tips related to concerns of a planned school attack, 75 related to guns and weapons, and 7 related to explosives.
The fate of a man accused of sexually assaulting children while working at the Oregon pool is unknown. The judge declaring a mistrial after jurors returned from 1 day of deliberations in a deadlock. James Miker is charged with 3 counts of second-degree sexual assault. He's accused of groping 2 young boys while teaching swimming lessons in 2022. Earlier this week, both of those boys and their mothers testified. Miker himself took the stand yesterday. He denies the allegations. Miker will remain out of jail on bail and will be back in court for a status conference on December 16th.
Well, let's go outside to the patio for a look at your first warning forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington is out there. What happened to all the snow?
It's gone. It melted. Stayed warm all night last night. As we said, the temperatures are going to remain mild last night, and that says adios to any of that leftover snow. It was just a memory now, right? And temperatures are still mild across southern Wisconsin. We got 42 in Madison, 43 in Janesville. A little cooler off to the west, 37 in Viroqua and 40 in Platteville. Zooming on into Dane County here, let's see our temperatures. 41s to the northwest. We got 42 in the center part of the county, and I'm seeing, is there a 43? I can't find one. So 41 to 42 degrees across Dane County, and that's a few degrees above normal for this time of year. Our temperatures have stayed steady since 4 o'clock, 24 hours ago, really all the way through the night, going all the way to now at 42 degrees. And Brady, that's why the snow is gone. We've been way above normal. Let's plan the evening together. Cloudy skies. I can't get rid of the clouds, but temperatures will be mild. We'll stay near 40 degrees all night long. Coming up in Maine weather, I will let you know how mild this weekend is going to be, because next weekend is not going to be quite as mild. How much colder it's going to be, we'll talk about that in a little bit too.
Alex, thank you. The site of the 2018 explosion that damaged several downtown buildings in Sun Prairie and killed 1 firefighter remains empty.
The city council was expected to approve final development plans this week, but instead delayed that vote. Maddie Heimsch has the details. Maddie.
Yeah, now the city council delayed that vote in a closed session meeting, so we don't know their exact reasoning, but Mayor Paul Esser said the holdup took him by surprise. The council approved plans for the $41 million development back in August, confirming that their intent is to move forward on the project with developer JCAP Real Estate. Plans include a hotel, restaurant, and apartment complex. Esser says making good use of the land would honor Corey Barr, the fire captain who died as a result of that 2018 explosion.
Person gave their life for the community, You would think the community would make an effort to get this developed and back into productive use with a recognition of what occurred at that point in time. And here we are now 6 years later, and we're still struggling with it.
The current consideration awaiting that city council vote is a $7 million incentives package related to negotiations between the city and the developer. Now, the city council will meet again next on Tuesday, December 3rd. That'll be the earliest they could vote on the matter, but there's no guarantee that this project will be on that next agenda.
Thank you, Maddie. 172 people will regain the rights they lost for committing a felony after Governor Evers pardoned them. This brings Evers' total number of pardons to more than 1,400. People who have received pardons have to have their sentences completed at least 5 years ago and have no pending criminal charges. No one is on the sex offender registry is eligible for pardon. Pardons do not expunge court records. Housing prices in Wisconsin are high, and they keep rising. Yeah, that's according to the latest survey from the Wisconsin Realtors Association. Political reporter Will Keneally sat down with an economist for more on what this means for Dane County homeowners.
Well, it's that classic economics problem of supply and demand. There's a lower supply in housing stock in part due to older generations hanging on to their existing houses instead of downsizing. Now, Professor Dave Clark says that's in part due to low mortgage interest rates that they want to stay locked into.
It's really affecting the supply side. It certainly affects the demand side as well. Buyers can buy have to buy a smaller home or a less desirable home when they don't qualify for as large a loan as they would when mortgage rates are lower.
Now, he adds, this can also affect the rental market in places like Madison here. With less housing stock, that means more people opt to rent instead, and that makes the rental market more competitive, and that drives rates higher. And you can see more from our interview this Sunday at 10:30 on For the Record. Thank you, Will. Save the date for the lighting of the state capitol Christmas tree. The tree went up yesterday. Hey, there it is. And students across Wisconsin had until today to submit their themed ornaments for placement. This year's state capitol holiday tree theme is 125 years of Wisconsin's state parks. If you want to watch the tree get lit up, filled with Wisconsin-made ornaments, you can head to the lighting ceremony in the Capitol Rotunda on Thursday, December 5th at noon. And we're taking a look at when you can get the best deals for gifts this holiday season. Adobe Analytics says certain days are better than others for some products. Thanksgiving will offer the deepest discounts for toys, appliances, furniture, and sporting goods. Black Friday shoppers can take advantage of bargains for televisions, and there will be lower prices for computers on Saturday, November 30th. Other electronics and clothes will have discounts on Cyber Monday, the Monday after Thanksgiving. Before we get to Christmas, Goodman Community Center is hosting its annual Thanksgiving meal giveaway. And News 3 Now is a proud sponsor, and there are still ways for you to help. Tanisha Shaw is live there now with her adorable little headband. You got to have turkeys when you're at this. Josh dresses in a full turkey suit, but yeah. Tanisha opted for the classy headband. I love it. Very Tanisha.
Thank you, Braden and Brady. Yes, I am in my Thanksgiving attire. I'm feeling very festive, and there's some festive foods behind me too. So we have some sweet potatoes, cranberry sauce, mixed vegetables, all here at the Goodman Community Centers. And there's a way that you at home can help contribute to help everybody have a nice Thanksgiving meal. I'm here with Francesca Frisk, you're the assistant director of the food bank here. So first of all, how can people contribute, and what exactly are they contributing to?
Yeah, so we're giving out 4,000 Thanksgiving baskets to Dane County families. We're going to start to hand them out tomorrow morning. So there's still some items we need before we pack our bags, and we've got some of the things we're highlighting here. We still need a lot of oil, gravy, turkeys, and cranberry sauce, which you called out earlier. So people can check out our website where we do a live food countdown. This morning we were talking to folks that we really needed canned vegetables, and people showed up. We hit our goal just a few minutes ago. We kind of rang our bell and said we have all the canned vegetables we need for our baskets. So now we have a few more things we're looking for the folks to bring out. We're here till 7 o'clock tonight. They can drop it off. If they can't make it then, we're here 9 to 5 tomorrow.
Okay, and if somebody doesn't have the time to drop off anything physically, they can still donate in another way, right?
100%. You can do financial donations on our website. All of that money goes towards the things we purchase to put in these baskets, things like pumpkin pies and butter and other things that might be a little hard for us to ask the public to donate.
Absolutely, and the more packers are coming within the next hour, right?
Yeah, so starting at 5 o'clock, these tables will be gone. We're going to start to pack up the bags and hope to have 1,000 bags packed before tonight to be able to hand out tomorrow.
Okay, and throughout the night, I will be here watching those hundreds and adding up to thousands of bags be packed. Reporting in Madison, Tanasia Shaw, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Tanasia. We will check back in with you later. Still ahead, what a new report says about Wisconsin's tax burdens.
Whether we're above or below the national rates when we come back.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
We're unboxing unbeatable values for your home every Friday in November. We're talking pop-up sleeper sofas, dining rooms, bedrooms, mattresses, decor, and more, all at wow-worthy prices. Every day is like Black Friday when you dare to compare at Bob's.
Hi, my name is Damian Clark. If you have both Medicare and Medicaid, I have some really encouraging news that you'll definitely want to hear. Depending on the plans available in your area, you may be eligible to get extra benefits with the Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. Most plans include the Humana Healthy Options Allowance, a monthly allowance to help pay for eligible groceries, utilities, rent, and over-the-counter items. The Healthy Options Allowance is loaded onto a prepaid card each month, and whatever you don't spend carries over from each month. Plus, your doctor, hospital, and pharmacy may already be part of our large Humana networks. So call the number on your screen now and ask about a Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. And remember, annual enrollment ends on December 7th. Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
Growing old is part of the journey, even when you have heart failure. But when he had shortness of breath, carpal tunnel syndrome, and lower back pain, we wondered, could these be warning signs of something bigger? Thank goodness we called his cardiologist, because these were signs of ATTR-CM, a rare and serious disease that gets worse over time. If you see any of the warning signs, don't wait. Ask your cardiologist about ATTR-CM today.
Happy holidays from your trusted partner for over 30 years, Avondale Roofing. Steep slope experts since 1988.
If you've been seriously injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully represented people injured in truck accidents for more than 35 years. We know what it takes to get the results you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back. A new report from the nonpartisan Wisconsin Policy Forum shows Wisconsin's state and local taxes fell to their lowest levels on record in 2022.
Well, take a look at this graph. It shows Wisconsin's tax burden over the years compared to the U.S. average. We are in the darker blue line right there. In 2022, Wisconsin's taxes as a share of people's income was 1.2% below the national average of 11.1%.
For years, our state's tax burden was above the national average. That started to change, though, in 2016. We spoke with the Wisconsin Policy Forum about their research and where we fall among all states.
One thing that people are always interested in is kind of where we rank among 50 states for our tax burden. Again, we used to be quite high. We used to be in the top 10 or even in the top 5. If you go back to the 1990s and the early aughts, that has changed quite dramatically. And in 2022, we ranked 35th among the states for our tax burden.
Now, this report does not show data from 2023 or 2024 and doesn't account for the historic amount of referendums we saw this year. Researchers say how Wisconsin funds its schools could affect where we stand compared to other states in the near future.
That there has been somewhat of a shift in the amount of state dollars flowing to school districts. So the two main sources of revenue for schools are the state aid and the local property taxes. So we talk a little bit in our report about how state spending here in Wisconsin on K-12 schools, while it has increased, it has not increased nearly as at the rate of inflation or nearly as much as most other states.
The WPF says that tension between lawmakers who want to lower taxes and governors' desire to boost K-12 spending is the largest challenges to creating the 2025-2027 budget, which could be consequential for the burden on taxpayers.
Well, the weather is not too terribly taxing today. Here's Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington.
Rather nice outside for this time of year, quite frankly. Temperatures in the 40s, and it's going to stay mild as part of the three things you got to get out of the forecast here. Through the weekend, we are expecting still that rain-snow mix on Monday, and then a big pattern change after Thanksgiving. And I mean pretty significant. You're going to see some major changes in the temperatures. But let's plan tonight. Can you believe this? Staying in the 40s. 42 right now. Might even bump up a degree at 5 o'clock. Then down to about 40 when we get to 8 o'clock. And I'm going to get my walk in there between about 6 o'clock and 7:30. And I'm not going to have to dress too warmly, at least relatively speaking, for this time of year. By the time we get to midnight, down to 38 degrees. We got the cloudy skies to continue. And then temperatures tonight should bottom out right around freezing, which is a few degrees above normal for this time of year. Now let's look at Saturday and enjoy Sunday. We got 43 on Saturday. Sunday is looking quite nice as well at 48 degrees, just a peak of sun. I do think much of this weekend is going to be on the cloudy side, but on the flip side, it's going to be a very mild weekend. Then that weather system on Monday, here's how that may pan out. A few showers by the time we get to approximately, morning hours through noon or so on Monday. The weather system moves through. We could have a little bit of snow on the backside of this weather system. Some weather models are having this more dry with really not much precipitation at all. But if this verifies, not expecting major accumulation, minor grassy surfaces at best, inch or less at most, as it looks like right now. And then that weather system is out of here. But we have potential for more weather systems as we carry out into the future. Let's line them up here. We already talked about weather system number 1. There will be a weather system in the Midwest, most likely the Ohio River Valley areas south towards the deep south. So Wisconsin, southern Wisconsin, that Thanksgiving storm not looking like a big impact for us. But next weekend, a weather system will likely bring some snow shower activity to southern Wisconsin and some really, really cold temperatures. Let's repeat here, or I shouldn't say repeat, let's recap. That was the word I was looking for. Mild this weekend, then our temperatures go to where they should be. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Turkey Day, a little bit on the breezy side. We'll be on the north side of that weather system. Then look at behind me here. I was waiting to display. Those are not, this is not a misprint. This is not a January, middle of January forecast where we see our temperatures the coolest during the time of the year in the mid-20s. We will be looking at high temperatures struggling in the 20s, and I'm going conservative for low temperatures in the low to mid-teens. We could get down into the single digits. The weather system that Saturday and Sunday looking more along the lines of scattered snow showers, so not looking like at this point in time heavy accumulations. However, there will be some snow shower activity that weekend and a big change. So if you're going to be coming back and traveling to Wisconsin, please bring your warm clothes back to, or pack some more warm clothes, I should say, because it's going to be on the very cold side. All right, this is the last day of Winter Weather Awareness Week. I want to review a little bit more weather terminology and then discuss some preparedness for the winter. First, we're all familiar with wind chill watches, wind chill warnings, wind chill advisories. Rarely have I seen extreme cold watches or extreme cold warnings issued by the National Weather Service, but they want us to educate Wisconsin, specifically southern Wisconsin, that they're going to consolidate these advisories, these bulletins, as we call them in the weather world, into an extreme cold watch, an extreme cold warning, and a cold weather advisory. And you may be wondering, well, why? Well, it's to simplify the language, but also we know it could be 20 below zero or 30 below zero for that matter without a breath of wind in January and February typically. And it's for that very reason you don't need to necessarily have wind chills to have extreme or dangerously cold temperatures. And that's some of the rationale for consolidating the bulletin title. So you will be seeing these throughout the winter: extreme cold watches, extreme cold warnings, and cold weather advisories. And then regarding preparedness, I want to focus on the car one. Now's the time, get an ice scraper shovel in the car, some non-perishable food and a flashlight, extra clothes. And this is really important. I have my cell phone over here. I'm looking at it right now on my little weather desk over here. I always carry a portable I do carry my portable weather radio with me, but I always carry my portable cell phone charger with me that I always keep charged for that very reason, that if you happen to run into any issues out on the road, you have an extra source of charge for that phone to stay in touch with your loved ones and to get some assistance. Now, we can't do our 4 o'clock show without first showing the Frozen in time. We have one more day here for you to submit. First one at WISC-TV.com. Scan that QR code. I want to see your weather photos. We got a handful of those, and also a story to go along with them, which we're going to share throughout the winter on our Live at 4 newscasts. And then a couple weather photos. Thank you, Kyle, for showing us. This is from yesterday. Take a note, though, that there's some meandering about the path here. Take note of that. I think whoever is doing this path here is having a good time skipping along through the snow. And then we have another one here from Linda. Linda is sending us this picture, and it is titled Snowy Shadows. Would you agree, Brady and Braden?
I'd agree that that is a fitting title.
Yeah.
You know, I want to say thank you, Alex, because I have learned so much this Winter Weather Awareness Week, all these terms and stuff. Thank you for clarifying that, because I have learned a lot this week. And
You're
it's
very
welcome. Valuable information for us.
Helps us to prepare for what's to come.
Yes, those burr. I was thinking that whole time. I was like, oh, winter weather, here it comes. It's been a while.
Can't escape it in Wisconsin. I know my mom is not.
It's been a while. All right, coming up on Live at 4, President-elect Donald Trump's transition to the White House.
What we know about his replacement for Attorney General designee.
Right now at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we're making new smiles more affordable. Save 15% on most treatment plans over $1,000. Call 1-800-DENTURE today. Offer ends November 27th.
Go ahead and smile.
I grew up in Arena, Wisconsin. I have lived and breathed weather here my entire life. The gold star in my life as of age 4 was to be a TV meteorologist in the community that I grew up in, which is southern Wisconsin. The most important part of my job is to make sure that our public, our community is safe, and also to educate the public on weather. We're the certified most accurate team in town for forecasting, so that forecast has to be ready when you walk in the door. Always first, always accurate.
Owning my own home is nice. You can just come home knowing that it's yours. It's a sense of pride, sense of ownership, and enjoying it with everyone I love and care for.
Make a lasting impact on local families in need. Please donate today.
Nobody wants to think about cold weather, but now's the time to winterproof your home. Is your house cold every winter? Your home needs foam. Are your heating costs too high? Your home needs foam. Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Your home needs foam. USA Premium Foam is over 35% more efficient than ordinary, weaker insulation. Winterproof now and get 0% financing for 72 months.
USA Insulation.
How do you keep your teeth so white with all the coffee you drink? My secret? Lumino whitening strips. I mean, that is white. And because there's no sensitivity, I feel like I can use them more often. And you can get this at Walmart or Target.
Getting older is part of the journey, even with worsening heart failure. So when I had carpal tunnel syndrome, lower back pain, and shortness of breath, I thought that's what getting older felt like. Thank goodness I called my cardiologist. I have ATTR-CM, a rare but serious disease, and getting diagnosed early made a difference. If you have any of these warning signs, don't wait. Ask your cardiologist about ATTR-CM today.
The future of cool, comfortable sleep is here. Introducing the new Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed, the only smart bed in the world that actively cools and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. It actively cools by drawing warm air away from your body to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Our smart sleepers get 28 minutes more restful sleep per night. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus free home delivery when you add a base. Shop a Sleep Number store near you.
Let Affordable Dentures and Implants help you get a new smile. Right now, save 15% on most treatment plans over $1,000. Call 1-800-DENTURE today. Offer ends November 27th.
Go ahead and smile.
Well, big news for the president-elect today. Sentencing in his criminal election interference case in Manhattan is postponed indefinitely.
And hours after Matt Gaetz was out as Attorney General designee, former Florida AG Pam Bondi was in. Earlier, I spoke with CBS's Scott McFarland about the Trump nominees and the future of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, there are some battles that are certain to happen over some of these choices. To be clear, there are a number of Trump designees for his cabinet who have received no heartburn, no kickback here, could be smooth sailing. But we are looking at those others where there are sexual impropriety allegations in their pasts that are likely to come up at confirmation hearings. And that's problematic for several reasons. It's problematic for the Trump administration politically, that they're going to come out of the gates with those types of headlines and those types of proceedings. It's also potentially problematic for the nominee who's got to answer questions about alleged sexual improprieties. The focus is most closely trained now on Pete Hegseth, the Trump designee to be defense secretary. Now that Matt Gaetz is gone, the focus has shifted to Hegseth. He said he has been exonerated of allegations from 2017 of sexual misconduct in Monterey, California. But it seems certain when confirmation hearings begin in the Senate in January, he's going to be asked about that, asked about the allegations, asked about whether there are other sexual issues of misconduct in his past. Some of this could impact the confirmation vote, but most certainly, Braden, it's going to impact the politics of the moment when Donald Trump is trying to race out of the gates.
Of course, the other thing we're still following, the fallout from the election. A Pew poll shows that since the election, Democrats are feeling less optimistic about the party's future. Is that something that you've been hearing in Congress, especially from Democratic lawmakers who lost their bids for re-election?
I think that's right. I think they're looking at who overachieved, who outran their presidential candidate, who did so better than average. Obviously, Senator Baldwin being an example of a Democrat who persevered and won through the storm. They're going to look at people like her as to models of what they can do in the future to restore the Democratic base, broaden their electorate, and they're mindful of something. The midterm elections have just begun. November 5th is over. They're looking at 2026, and Democrats are ambitious and optimistic. They have a chance of winning the U.S. House back in November 2026. The margins are still slim. Democrats did well in their House races. They're looking at the Democratic models across the country for how they should run next time to improve their fortunes.
Absolutely. A lot of rethinking happening. Well, Scott, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Still ahead on Live at 4, Thanksgiving food prices.
What you need to know before you go to the grocery store for the holiday, that's coming up when we're back.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
For 5 years in a row, Fry Construction has been voted Madison's best roofer, and it's all thanks to you. Now we're giving back with a special offer. Get 24% off installation when you schedule a full roofing project with Fry Construction. Save big while keeping your home safe, warm, and energy efficient this winter. Don't just beautify your home, beautify it with the experts you trust. Call Fry Construction today to schedule your free consultation.
Germs, dust, bacteria, unseen to the naked eye. They build up in your ductwork and contaminate the air you breathe. Gross! Breathe easier this winter. For a limited time, save $75 off on duct cleaning services and save $50 on whole home enhancing ionizer to really enhance your home's air quality. You and your family will breathe easier all winter long. But don't wait. These offers end soon. Schedule your service with Cardinal today.
The holidays, and holiday trips, and holiday toys, and holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $299 a month. Or find your red tag and get 0% financing on the all-new 2025 Equinox.
I was an occupational therapist and I had lost my position. I was able to just go the next day, oh well, I can dash. I love it for the freedom. I can schedule myself. Also, dashing just gives you a sense of purpose. Having portable benefits would be really awesome for me because I could use them to help cover my vision, co-pays, and add into my 401k. And I could continue to build that till I retire.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
That's very serene.
It's a beach. Is that a beach?
Yeah.
Not today.
So.
Not today. It's not.
We'll wait. Spring will be here before we know it.
It's mild, but not that mild.
Not that
mild. Not beach mild.
But changes are coming.
Yes, and Alex, I hear you saw some friends out on the patio.
I did. I saw 3 cardinals out here. Every time I come out, they fly away because they don't like me all that much. But they should like me a little better because I do fill up the bird feeders that are sponsored by Wild Birds Unlimited. It is pretty active out here, by the way, so come out anytime you two to see our birds out here. And it is mild also out in the patio, relatively speaking for this time of year, but there are some big changes on the way to southern Wisconsin. Look at where normal is right now. Temperatures right around 40 degrees. This weekend, we're going to be seeing highs on Sunday all the way up to near 50. Then it gets a little bit cooler midweek, closer to where we should be for this time of year. And there we go. Then the temperatures really take a tumble that following weekend. There's some indications that my low to mid 20s, that following Sunday, Monday after the holiday weekend could be even colder than that. So some really cold air is heading to southern Wisconsin. Not right now, though, out here across the area. Again, temperatures are relatively on the mild side, and we'll see those temperatures slowly going down to about 40 when you join me during our 10 o'clock newscast. It's a bit on the breezy side out here at times. During the 6 o'clock newscast, I'll also be doing that newscast. We'll track the finalization, meaning the going away of the gusty winds. 41 to 42 across Dane County right now. Across southern Wisconsin, we've got a lot of 42s, a 43 in Watertown, a 37 in Viroqua, and these are temperatures at or just a few degrees above where we should be for this time of year. Low temperatures starting off right around freezing tomorrow, then warming up to the lower 40s, maybe mid 40s in a few areas. Coming up in Maine weather, we're going to talk about whether or not we're going to have some precipitation with that colder weather and when that will be.
Thank you, Alex. We have an update to a story we first brought you last month. The Sun Prairie School Board says the reason former East High principal Renee Coleman resigned was due to an investigation into alleged misconduct.
Our Ellie LaLiberte joins us to break down that investigation. Ellie, what can you tell us?
This release details findings of that investigation. It looks into complaints made about Renee Coleman's actions during a staff event and comments she allegedly made to other district employees. The district claims on August 27th, Coleman made inappropriate comments about the district superintendent and that she allegedly used a derogatory word to describe people with disabilities when talking about students performing a dance routine. Coleman also allegedly made comments about an employee's hygiene. The document claims Coleman said she could not be fired because of her race. During the investigation, the district also got another complaint accusing Coleman of allegedly repeatedly misgendering an employee over the course of the last school year. The school board claims Coleman gave false statements during the investigation into both complaints, saying, quote, "While we did not initially intend to share this information publicly, this can no longer be avoided based on Ms. Coleman's actions," continuing by saying that former school board member Alwyn Foster's abrupt resignation was another reason for the release, saying, quote, "Given Mr. Foster's assertion of mishandling this matter and after grappling with the decision, the SPASD believes it must provide additional context to our community." Coleman had held the role of East High's principal since 2021. She resigned in late October. The district says this is the last public comment they will make on the matter. They'll release the public records as soon as possible. Now, I've reached out to both Foster and Coleman for comment, but have not yet heard back.
Thank you, Ellie. Wall Street gains ground as it notches a winning week and another Dow record as it gains 426 points. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are also up. Next week, Thanksgiving dinner will cost less than it did last year.
That's good news. The average cost of this year's dinner for 10 people is nearly $60, a 5% drop from 2023. Bringing down that cost, a drop in the average price of turkey. But consumers remain unhappy about inflation's impact. This year's meal is still about 19% higher than it was pre-pandemic, but one expert tells us that's expected.
If we zoom out to the big picture, some of that is because the last 2 years were the highest cost of Thanksgiving food in recent history. We've been in this large inflationary environment, and so because things are seeming to level off right now, some of that supply chain pressure that we've seen in poultry and eggs has come down a little bit, and so overall your Thanksgiving meal should be a little easier on the paycheck this year.
Now, the cost of Thanksgiving dinner items varies based on location. Dinner's the least expensive in the cost, with the Northeast and Midwest following.
What's your go-to Thanksgiving food?
I really like stuffing.
Same.
My mom makes an amazing sausage cranberry apple stuffing. It's incredible.
Well, if there are any leftovers,
I'll bring them. I'll bring them right to you.
Thank
The
you.
Soup King.
The Soup King, well, Stuffing King this year. A new coming-of-age drama has a girl with cerebral palsy advocating for herself, and it features a different kind of role for Jennifer Aniston.
Will Loper gives us a look in the Loper Report.
Welcome to Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for beautiful furniture, sofas, chairs, and recliners, sectionals, and fun accessories. Shop our Fitchburg showroom today.
This is a cup of coffee. It's to go. Because here, you're on the move. Our team coordinates all your appointments, so you see all the experts you need quicker. Because when you're facing a complex condition, it feels like time is being taken from you. So, we found a way to give it back. Welcome to East Park Medical Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
The excellence of driving a Buick is matched by the excellence of the dealership experience when you own a Buick. Buick. Exceptional by design.
Get 0.9% APR. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get $3,000 purchase allowance on this 2024 Encore GX. For attractive offers, visit these Buick dealers today.
After a serious crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. Your future, your family's future, your quality of life. That's why knowledge and results matter in big truck cases. And not all law firms have the know-how or the resources to handle these complicated cases. At Gruberg Law Offices, we have the experience it takes to make sure you're protected. And there's never a fee until we win your case. Gruberg Law Offices, one call, that's all.
Can your roof survive another winter? Winter winds can loosen and blow off shingles. Freezing rain can cause shingles to crack and leak. Protect your roof now with RoofMax. Because nobody wants to replace their roof, especially in the middle of winter. RoofMax can extend the life of your roof by 5 to 15 years, guaranteed, at a fraction of the cost of a new one. Call now and we'll give you a free evaluation of your roof.
From our Dwellings family to yours, happy holidays.
The Sun Prairie School District is a center for controversy once again as new details emerge about the resignation of a principal. Allegations of misconduct, harassment, and inappropriate comments have sparked community outrage. What's being said tonight at 6.
A Madison apartment complex plagued by poor conditions and deadly violence.
My son got killed 2 months later.
Find out what happened after an outcry and desperate actions by residents here at the Harmony Apartments. News 3 Now investigates Monday at 6.
A new film tells the story of Melody, a 6th grader with cerebral palsy, fighting for the same opportunities her classmates receive.
Here's Will Loper with the Loper Report.
Hi, my name is Melody Brooks, and I have cerebral palsy. Go ahead and stare. It's 2002. You've never seen a girl in a wheelchair who doesn't talk before?
Watch the coming-of-age drama Out of My Mind, newly streaming on Disney+.
I am working on a program to integrate her into the regular classrooms. Who's going to turn the pages of her book? Who's going to take her to the bathroom?
I don't know, but it feels so right.
Yes, finally.
Based on the 2010 novel, the film tells the story of Melody, a 6th grader with cerebral palsy, fighting for the same opportunities her classmates receive.
You have a voice. Let hear you.
Nothing exciting ever happens to me or you or anyone we know. I feel like I'm a background character in someone else's story.
Get your laughs with a dose of action in Interior Chinatown, newly streaming on Hulu.
So, you're going to solve this?
We are.
We?
We work together.
The satirical series follows a background actor in a police procedural who begins to break out of the role he is trapped in and become the main character in his own story.
Well, close! You're going to see a wizard?
And prepare for Wicked in theaters this weekend by revisiting 1939's The Wizard of Oz, streaming on Max.
Going so soon?
Oh, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Ober.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Is this a safe space? Can I make a confession?
You can say it.
I've never seen The Wizard of Oz. Alex Harrington over there.
Alex is really gonna have a problem with that one.
But you saw Wicked.
I saw Wicked last night. That's why we're Wicked Part 2. So yesterday we were dressed, but Wicked, in case you didn't know, it's in 2 parts.
Yeah.
And the first part is like pushing 3 hours long.
I've heard it's fantastic.
But it's incredible. I would highly recommend.
I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about it after you see it because
I know.
it's, oh my gosh. I've been singing the songs all day. I've been singing Popular to Brady. I'll make you popular.
Okay, we're being told to rap.
Anyways.
Still ahead on Live at 4, Behind the Wheel.
RV Briggs shows us the new Hyundai Santa Fe all-utility vehicle.
He'll sing with us too, maybe.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on December 5th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on classes and events.
COVID-19. I'm not waiting. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid is an oral treatment for adults with mild to moderate COVID-19 and a high risk factor for it becoming severe. It does not prevent COVID-19.
My symptoms are mild now, but I'm not risking it. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms and help stop the virus from multiplying in your body.
Taking Paxlovid with certain medicines can lead to serious or life-threatening side effects or affect how it or other medicines work, including hormonal birth control. It's critical to tell your doctor about all the medicines you take because certain tests or changes in their dosage may be needed. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems, HIV-1, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeed. Don't take Paxlovid if you're allergic to nirmatrelvir, ritonavir, or any of its ingredients. Serious side effects can include allergic reactions, some severe, like anaphylaxis, and liver problems. These are not all the possible side effects, so talk to your doctor.
If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Ask your doctor today.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
I just this morning made a new hole in my belt, so that was super exciting.
Why are women everywhere choosing Sonobello, the advanced solution for permanent fat removal?
I saw the results immediately.
It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all.
And my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobello's best offer of the year. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
Check it out, snatch waist. Loving, loving, loving the results.
It will change your life. It did for me.
Call 1-888-510-6198 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Come
Come celebrate the season with Baraboo Furniture and Mattresses store-wide fall kickoff sale. Every department is on sale. Save an additional 25% off the lowest marked sales price on Smith Brothers and England living room sets. Save an additional 30% off Flex Steel furniture, 25% off Amish furniture. Every department is on sale at our beautiful showroom, including Ashley, reclining furniture, spring air mattresses, and much more. Hurry in today to the huge store-wide fall kickoff sale at Baraboo Furniture and Mattress, where your satisfaction is our guarantee.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on December 5th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on classes and events.
We've been practicing for
the
way anyway. It looks like a Range Rover, but you might be surprised to find out which car brand is upping its game.
We're going behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs.
Hyundai really wanted to make the Santa Fe feel more like an adventure vehicle, and you can see that in the marketing communications that they've got out there. They squared everything off, they widened it, made it a little longer, a little taller, and it feels very much like a Range Rover in terms of picking up some of that style. They've really allowed this to be its own vehicle and created a really unique shape and in the category. I mean, people were all like, oh, all these three-row, mid-sized crossovers all look the same. Well, this one certainly doesn't. It looks very different from the Pilot, Highlander, and some others. And it's a very thoughtful car. I think they've done a lot of nice little touches. I think one of the things that's interesting, with the taller shape, you're like, oh, how am I going to get up here and reach this? And for someone like me, that's not a huge problem. But if you're under 6'3" and you put bikes up on the bike rack, or you want to, get some skis off the top, you reach here, and then you can just pull yourself up. And now it's easy to get up here. This is a mild hybrid. It has a 1.6 liter 4-cylinder gas engine with a small electric motor. So you get reasonable fuel economy, decent power, and a nice, quiet ride. People used to buy station wagons. Now they buy these 3-row mid-sized SUVs, and it's really become the new family car.
We have more stuff to carry nowadays.
Exactly. And this does a good job of it, actually, if you've got people in the 4 seats. In this one, we have captain's chairs in the 2nd row, but you can get it with a 2nd row bench for 5-passenger seating. There is a 3rd row. You can put 2 small kids in there if you want. But if you fold that 3rd row down, there's a ton of storage space. This one is $50,000 as it sits. But you've got leather seats, you've got heated and cooled seats, you have advanced driving assist programs in this, so adaptive cruise control, lane centering, a lot of that good technology that you want. Everything's in this. I think a big thing is this new dashboard here. So you've got these two 12.3-inch screens. This one is a touch screen over here. So, you have CarPlay available on every trim level, which is nice. You can go back to the home screen here using these buttons if you want. You can kick over to your media and turn your radio on. You've got a nice Bose sound system in this car, but you also have things like weather. Hyundai has done a really nice job of creating a cohesive family look without being cookie cutter. Their cars all have their own personality, and this certainly does, especially in that category of 3-row mid-sized crossovers.
Okay, the phone charger thing.
That was my favorite part.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Every time I put my phone down in my car, I'm like, why isn't that a charger?
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Every surface should just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
At what point in the future is that going to be just the reality?
I don't know.
Every surface is a charger. I hope so. Somebody get on that.
Somebody get on that.
Alex?
Alex, can you do this?
I'm on it right now. It's part of the 3 things that you need to know.
Every surface is a charger. if you believe.
If you believe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. But in the three things you need to know, mild through the weekend, rain snow mix still looking likely as we go into Monday, and then a big pattern change after Thanksgiving. And I mean a pretty significant change. 41 out there right now. We got a 42 in the Wisconsin River Valley, down to 39 in the Dells. This is normal, typical weather for late November. Going down here into Dane County, got a lot of 41s to the west. Again, 41 in Madison, 42 in McFarland, 42 off to the east if you're heading off towards Milwaukee, towards Deerfield. Let's look at the temperature trend. It helps to tell our weather story. Why don't we have any of that snow out there? Well, from 4 o'clock yesterday, any snow we had left, going through the nighttime, temperature staying in the 40s, getting up into the mid-50s as we approach the 10 o'clock hour, going towards 1 o'clock today. All that snow is gone across southern Wisconsin and staying mild through the evening. I'm going to get that walk in right about here between 6 and 8 o'clock. Don't have to bundle up a whole lot with temperatures near 40 degrees, but join me at the 6 o'clock newscast. Blaze will be here at 5. At 6, I'm going to track the winds continuing to ease on down, because by the time we get into Saturday, those winds will be on the lighter side, but still a bit on the breezy side tonight. 43 for a high temperature Saturday, 48 on Sunday as breezes start to return again, and with the return of those southerly winds, moisture comes back into southern Wisconsin, and then that rings out in the form of some rain showers, mixing with a little bit of snow on the backside, and it's quickly out of here. Not expecting significant accumulation at all with that weather system on Monday, but it transitions us towards normal temperatures or slightly below normal temperatures midweek. Then there we go. Look at those temperatures barely in the 20s. Can you believe that? Going from 48 to 28 over the span of a week. It will feel like winter exactly 1 week from now. Will we have precipitation? Well, here's that mixed weather system late Sunday night going on into Monday. Staying dry up through Turkey Day, but then behind me here, look at this. Snow shower activity associated with that transition towards colder temperatures, and breezy too. We'll be likely talking about the wind chill factor as we go out into the following weekend. And what's the likelihood that we're going to see these cold conditions across the upper Midwest and much of the country? Look at that deep, dark purple color. That's a 90% confidence from our friends at the Climate Prediction Center that as we carry out through the end of November, going on into the beginning of December, that's a 90% confidence that we are going to be very much below normal. So really what that's saying is the likelihood of those 20s changing and being warmer is very, very unlikely. So a big cold spell is heading to southern Wisconsin in approximately 1 week. We'll be right back.
The hottest ticket in town just got a holiday makeover. That's right, we're unboxing unbeatable values for your home every Friday in November. We're talking beautiful bedroom sets, dining sets in multiple heights and shapes, best-selling mattresses, feature-packed power sofas, pop-up sleeper sofas for hundreds less than other national retailers, decor and more, all at wow-worthy prices. I think we sufficiently wowed him. So check back every Friday for a new unboxing, because every day is like Black Friday when you dare to compare at Bob's.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
It's your last chance. Menards' 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day. Transform your home with an 11% rebate on new Mastercraft doors. Build your dream bathroom and save on luxury tubs and showers. Customize your kitchen and get an 11% rebate on Clearview cabinetry. Or go even bigger and get an 11% rebate on a new garage. Don't miss out. There's no limit to what you can save. Menards' 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day.
Save big money at Menards.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
The Sun Prairie School District is a center for controversy once again as new details emerge about the resignation of a principal. Allegations of misconduct, harassment, and inappropriate comments have sparked community outrage. What's being said tonight at 6.
A Madison apartment complex plagued by poor conditions and deadly violence.
My son got killed 2 months later.
Find out what happened after an outcry and desperate actions by residents here at the Harmony Apartments. News 3 Now investigates Monday at 6.
We have some breaking news. The Washington Post is reporting President-elect Donald Trump plans to fire attorneys who worked for special counsel Jack Smith. He's also planning to assemble investigation teams within the DOJ to hunt for evidence in battleground states the 2020 election was tainted by fraud.
And Meta, Facebook and Instagram's parent company, says it's removed 2 million accounts this year linked to scams. The social media giant says overseas scammers pose as fake personas to target their victims through text, social media, email, and dating apps. They build trust and eventually manipulate their victims into sending money, often cryptocurrency, to invest in schemes. A report from the independent research organizations created by Congress shows about 300,000 people overseas have been forced to work for the criminal operations under threat of physical abuse.
The free application for federal student aid is now open. This year's online FAFSA form officially opened Thursday for students seeking financial aid for college in the 2025 to 26 school year. The form is usually out by October, but the Education Department delayed the release in an effort to avoid a rocky rollout like we saw last year. Earlier this week, the Senate and the House passed a bill to legally require the department to open the FAFSA form on October 1st each year going forward. We'll be right back.
When a truck accident happens, the results can be catastrophic. Our dedicated and proven team is here to help, and there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Can your roof survive another winter? Winter winds can loosen and blow off shingles. Freezing rain can cause shingles to crack and leak. Protect your roof now with RoofMax. Because nobody wants to replace their roof, especially in the middle of winter. RoofMax can extend the life of your roof by 5 to 15 years, guaranteed, at a fraction of the cost of a new one. Call now and we'll give you a free evaluation of your roof.
Growing old is part of the journey, even when you have heart failure. But when he had shortness of breath, carpal tunnel syndrome, and lower back pain, we wondered, could these be warning signs of something bigger? Thank goodness we called his cardiologist, because these were signs of ATTR-CM, a rare and serious disease that gets worse over time. If you see any of the warning signs, don't wait. Ask your cardiologist about ATTR-CM today.
Think all Medicare plans are the same? Think again. A Medicare Advantage plan from Dean Health Plan gives you the benefits you need with premiums as low as $0 a month. Medical, hospital, and prescription drug coverage comes with $0 copays for primary care doctor visits. And extra benefits can help you save even more. Get preventive and comprehensive dental, $250 for eyewear, and $750 for hearing aids. Plus, you can save on over-the-counter health and wellness items. All this and free fitness memberships at more than 25,000 locations. Call 1-888-296-4080 today to get your free Dean Health Plan Medicare Advantage Guide. That's 1-888-296-4080. Dean Health Plan. Right here with you.
A truck crash can be life-changing. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. We have a powerful team with the knowledge, resources, and history of results you'll need. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
On Mondays, live at 4, Madison